Hello, Guernica. This is
Uh,
Dimitris calling from Chicago and Metal Chaos. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. You know what? Stockholm and Chicago had rough winters,
Yeah.
right? So now my question to you is, will the gems with Year of the Snake bring spring?
That's a good question. Probably not.
Oof, don't. Oh, mood killer.
Uh,
Okay.
but yeah, let's hope this changes soon because I still have snow outside my window.
Oh, we still do. Anyways, I was
Yeah.
hoping for a warmer answer, but hey, that will
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
However,
The
speaking of
horse will bring it. You know, we're in the year of the horse now, so.
well, that was my next question. So I asked this silly question about seasons, and now we have the album called Year of the Snake.
Yeah.
So when did you guys decide to call this album as such?
Well, in 2024, during the year, what was it? The year of the, it doesn't matter what the year was before. I can't remember now. But the before it turned to Year of the Snake, we had decided on the concept.
Hmm.
So we had already talked about it because both Mona and Emily are born in the Year of the Snake. And we wanted to have something more personally connected to them because on Phoenix we released it on my birthday, the
Uh-huh.
26th of January. So now we felt it was fun and their turn to have something more personal about the album with them. So that's why we decided on the theme. And then once we had that, we started building around it and writing songs about change and
Hmm.
shedding your skin and blah blah blah. All the themes surrounding the Year of the Snake.
To my mind, it was the other way around. You have started to think as a band that now it's time to set the past and do something new. I don't know. And this is
I
what led
mean, we
to.
did. Yeah, we did. We for sure did it. One thing that I've been asked quite a lot is like, are you done with the past now? Like the first album was only about the incident of leaving the other band. And I can reassure anyone listening that that was that album and that was one chapter in the like book of the gems. And now we're on to a next chapter, which we call Year of the Snake. And it has nothing to do with our old band or anything like that.
Oh my goodness, I wasn't not even making that connection to be honest,
Aha, okay,
because
no, because a lot of people have been asking me, and I'm kind of like, no, because I mean, if you sing about life and change and experience that you have in life, I guess you can connect the dots however your mind decides to. But
right.
what when we started writing, we were all very like, we do not want to write anything more about that incident. So everything that we've written has nothing to do with our old bandmate.
Can we please move on from that because I'm
Yes,
not
please.
really not interested in that because honestly, the lyrics read to me as something that I could relate. Like
Yeah, that's good.
everybody could relate because
I
this is
think
the
so too.
hardest thing to do. Get rid of the past and move on. I don't think
Yeah,
I can do that,
true.
but hey, I can listen to the new album and get some inspiration to that.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm happy to hear that because that's exactly how we wanted it to be.
Yeah. So, what about the cover? This time around, instead of having you guys as a picture, now you have a drawing with you, with the three of you,
Hmm.
looking, slightly higher as like you're looking to the future.
Yeah, exactly. We're looking to the future and it's a golden, our logo is in gold. So it's like the light, we're looking forward and yeah, it's trying to be, it's a like a positive messaging in that. But we also wanted to do something, when we did decide on the year, the name and all that stuff, we first of all decided that we wanted to have a white album cover because
Hmm.
you rarely see those. And
True.
then our creative minds just like went everywhere and we landed on this pop art idea. And I think it turned out really, really cool.
Yeah, it carries a message and it carries some energy, if you may. Um,
Yeah.
so you said that you don't want to connect the previous album. So
Hmm.
how did you guys approach the songwriting now? You had Phoenix and now you have this album. What did you try to do differently, let's say?
Well, we one of the main things for us was we needed, like, after touring with Phoenix, because we've been playing the entire album and mixing in stuff, but we had been touring with just that album. We felt that we were missing a certain type of songs, you know. So that's what our when we started writing, that was like the first thing. We're missing faster songs, more. If it's mid tempo, it needs to be like more energetic. It needs to be a different kind of energetic vibe. So that was the main focus when starting the whole creative process.
Okay. And before I forget, I wanted to comment on this. Looking at the two covers, I like how the Gems try to be a real band, not one person. And you have the three band members in the both covers. So, do you think it's viable to have, let's say, democracy in the band?
I mean, yes, we have that. But it's also one of those things where, uh, how would I say this? Sorry, I'm a little tired, but I think it's important to have a democracy, and if you want to be a real band, you know what I mean? And we also have it in our name. It's Guernica, Emily, Mona, Gems. So that's how much we want people to understand that anything that we do, we're all included in the decision making. And, you know, we're taking care of this band together. But that's also a reason why we don't want to bring in a fourth person, because we are realistic in the sense of, if you bring in a fourth person in the dynamic, everything can change. And we've been through that before. So finding people that you work really well with, even if it's just a pair, that's gold, because it's really hard to find people like in a group setting that you really, you create together, like you're creative together, but you can also have that business side together.
Right.
We're always joking about, like, yes, we're three, but we're like Paul and you know, Paul Stanley and Gene. Like, that's how we see each other. Like, we are taking care of our business. We're building this brand, and everything that we do is the three of us. Even if, like, the girls now, like Mona just had a baby, like, we're always taking care of everything in like a, yeah, like a real unit.
You know what? What you described is very difficult to achieve, and I have heard bands that have been around for 40 years to come to that point.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I
This
think
was
we had a crash course in our other band where we were
true.
under the
Yeah.
impression that it was a democracy for the longest time, and then all of a sudden it wasn't. So for us, now that we know that we are very fortunate to have each other, we're gonna keep that very tight and very sacred. You know what I mean? Like, we're
Yes,
taking care of that
absolutely.
because it's so hard to find people to work with.
Yeah, and you need to have confidence, artistic confidence. You know, if somebody says, you know what, this vocal melody is not working, can we
Yeah.
change that? You could be, no, this is my vocal line. I need, and I want to be as such. Anyhow,
Yeah. Yeah,
so
exactly.
the album opens with walls, and you have a line there. The time to change is now.
Mm.
Again, this is the common thread in all of your lyrics, right? That
Yeah.
now the gems are moving forward.
Yep.
So, what? How did you approach your vocals first, and then I will ask some questions about the lyrics. Because what I hear in the new album is more power in your vocals, especially when you reach those high pitches.
Mm.
It's really strong.
Thank you. I think I just keep, and this goes for all of us in the band. Like, we're always working on improving ourselves in our different instruments. So I think it's just my evolution as a singer, like, and also the fact that I'm, like you mentioned before, like, when people tell me to do something, a producer or girls in the band, I'm always down to try it. So I don't really get offended. I'm always like, I mean, I've never done it, so I can try. I mean, why wouldn't I be able to do it, you know? And then if it works, it works. It doesn't, you know? But I think that makes it so I always keep evolving.
Now the lyrics.
Yeah.
Listening to the album, it sounds like the person who wrote the album has always, they are in the best mood. They are always looking positive. How do you achieve this mindset to write lyrics for all this? for all the songs there. It's no, don't laugh. It's very
Yeah.
difficult to achieve that state of mind. I wish it was easy.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we do talk about heavier stuff, but I'm a very much I believe very much in self-fulfilling prophecies, and it's very important for me as a singer to always have whatever, even if it's like a heavier topic, there needs to be a light in the end of the tunnel,
Hmm.
because I'm the one singing it, and I don't want to have a negative life. So that's I think that's something that's always part of the songwriting, like even if it comes in the bridge, there's gonna be a part that like saves your ass because we don't need all that negativity, and I'm happy you say that. So thank you because I think we need a positive message in rock too. You don't have to be like superficial and like an idiot or whatever, but having like an actual message of that can give you hope. It's something that I'm really proud of. So yeah.
Honestly, you don't need to thank me because the answer I was looking for this question is how do you do that? So I could copy that. Okay.
Ah,
There you
well
go.
then when think about what I just said about the like the self-fulfilling prophecy, then you will stop just being negative.
Okay. Okay. I promise, but anyhow, I'm not very confident on this, on myself for doing these changes. Gravity. So you have Tommy there. And honestly, knowing Tommy from Sabaton, I didn't know he had such a great voice.
Mm.
So first of all, how did this collaboration happen? And what was his contribution?
Well, his contribution was the singing.
Obviously.
We wrote the song, and what was the question? How it started? Well,
Mhm.
him and I did a song together, a charity thing last year, and during that session, we talked a lot and had a lot of fun. And I ended up asking him like if he would be up to say doing a duet with us. At the time, I didn't know exactly what song,
Mhm.
but I definitely wanted to ask him because he is such a great singer. He has an amazing vocal range and he also happens to be an amazing human, and we only want to try to work with
Mhm.
really nice people that are extremely talented, and he is definitely one of those. So when we were done with Gravity, we were like, this would be a perfect duet, and he would be the perfect person to ask because he does have a really great vocal range and can sing really powerful and yeah, it was just perfect for the song. And so we asked him, and he was like, "Yeah, of course I'll do it." And yeah, we're just really grateful that he said yes.
Yeah, it sounds really good.
Yeah, thank you.
Speaking of things that I would like to apply in my life, you have live and let go.
Yeah,
Another
I try
thing,
that too.
another difficult, another difficult thing to achieve. Um,
Yeah.
However, is there any connection between that song and the lyrics of that song and Cloud Chaser?
Mm.
Or maybe I'm overreaching right now. Maybe.
I've never put them together, honestly, but now that you say it, it could definitely. It's in the same family, you know.
Mm.
Uh, But live and let go. Yeah, I think when now that you're making me really think about these lyrics, it's a lot of like wishful thinking and hoping, like you want to be able to live and just let go, just like forgive and forget. Like I'm really
Yeah.
good at forgiving, but I rarely forget. So that's like
Okay.
a dream of mine to be like, that's how I want to be.
Now you are talking my language. Thank you for
Yeah.
that. These things that we would like to be.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. So,
However, a Cloud Chaser.
mm,
So here's my when I was reading the lyrics, here's my question
yeah.
that came to mind. Is it our fault for creating a cloud chaser? Because if we have someone who is chasing cloud and we are giving that person what he's looking for, isn't our fault too?
Oh, I mean, I guess, but I I think it's a weird question to ask because it's like whoever is a cloud chaser is um the thing is like I've met a lot of people that are very successful that are
Mhm.
very humble and nice and down to earth, and that's what we aim to always be. Like that's our default as humans. Like we always try to be nice and friendly regardless. Like we're not just nice to people that are some, quote unquote, is someone special or
Mm.
whatever. And I think that kind of category of human is just it's a breed of its own. It's a very selfish, insecure type of person, and I guess it doesn't help because if you are like on top, like I've talked to people where I'm not going to say name any names, but I've talked to people and I've been like, well, that person is only nice to you because you're higher up than them. Because that person is not nice to me and I'm not at your level. So you need to, just be aware because when you get up, when you start climbing up, there's going to be a lot of those.
And
And I
it's
don't like that. I don't like people that look down on people. I treat everyone the same. And yeah, I think that's the way to go. But it is kind of interesting when you see that kind of vibe. It's disgusting. So that's why we wrote the song. But
right. My question was more like, we measure how good we are. Some people at
yeah,
least, how many friends we have. We have in friends, quote
yeah.
unquote, like you said in the lyrics. So if I am following that person, if I'm becoming a friend, then I'm, stroking their ego. So it has to be my fault too. I cannot see the truth about that person. That's
I
what
guess
I
it
was thinking.
depends. I think it depends. Yeah. Either it's like two people that they're stroking each other's egos and like I'm really happy that everyone is nice to me even though I'm a douchebag. You know what I mean? Like it's
Exactly.
um yeah, I think it's tricky. I don't
It
know.
is.
I don't necessarily I think that some people are just like that.
Mm.
And yeah, of course, you can have a lot of friends, but you can also be humble and nice and still be nice to everyone.
Yep.
So, yeah.
For the music of that song, I love to have a kiss or maybe a little bit of a rat groove in Cloud Chaser. So I love that.
Oh,
It's
nice.
catchy. And speaking of other references, Hot Bait. I don't know if it's my ears though. I got some ZZ Top there.
Oh, yeah, it's very CC Top, but it's actually the Hot for Teacher groove, but very
Ooh,
much slowed down.
ooh, yeah.
Every
Okay.
time we wrote a song on this album, we were like, what would Van Halen do? We want to write a new jump. We want a new, and we didn't land there at all, but it's a very good inspiration as a source. Like,
Well,
yeah.
you know what? You have a lyric there. Give me all your loving. So I made
It's Kiss, yeah.
um another one that is also catchy. I believe all the songs are catchy in the new album.
Thank you.
And right, and you have Please Stop Bragging because math and mathing, right?
Yeah.
So why are those maths difficult, and they are not mathing?
Um, well, this song we actually wrote in particular about a former manager and people
Oh,
that have
geez.
lied to us a lot about money and stuff. And we've had all the classic musician, fails. We've done them before, so we were just. That's why we wrote Mathing because it's a frustrating thing to go through, where you like, but we just played a whole summer. How am I not getting paid? Like, and that happened to us. So yeah, the math wasn't mathing when we all of a sudden were owing money and
Mm.
it was like we just played Wacken, like what the fuck? You know what I mean?
I know, and you know what? I had the misconception that these horror stories are something of the past, but apparently these are not. These are still happening.
Yeah, very much so. That's why we're taking care of our business side so much more now. So we really had to learn the hard way, but now we're like, yeah, it might not be like the sexiest thing for a musician to be more business, but we run the gems as a business. We are our own management, and we plan on keeping that going as long as we can.
You know what? I wish more bands were doing that because it saves you a lot of heartburn, a lot of heartache, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, not everyone can be a business person. So I don't know.
No.
I'm trying to avoid touching upon sensitive, let's say, subject, but still, let's try Happy Water.
Hmm?
What is Happy Water for you?
Happy Water is Vietnamese moonshine.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was in Vietnam for 7 weeks last year. So I was actually there when it turned to Year of the Snake. And on my birthday, we were at this like we went on a trip or whatever to an island, and they had these like big jugs with a cobra inside and like different fruits, like you know how they make, yeah, and it just tastes like straight up alcohol. It's disgusting, but it was. I thought the name was so funny that I was like, I wrote it down, and then they also say 100, like as cheers, so that's why we
Mhm.
have that in the song as well. But yeah, so on this album, I guess we've written a lot of a mixture of songs, and we have, I guess, our first like real party song or drinking song.
I was too romantic. I was thinking that this has to be a person that can be a source of happiness for another person.
I mean, that's how we wrote it, so it could be like it's up to the listener to
Okay,
interpret because it does
okay.
sound like a love song in the hook, but for me, that's yeah.
Thank you for maintaining some of the romanticism I had in mind.
Sorry.
That's fine. And one more question about lyrics. What makes Firebird a blessing and a curse?
Well, that's the story of the Firebird. It's it's what's the I don't know the word in English, but it's the Firebird has its own it's a mythological creature just like a phoenix.
Right.
And in when you look up the story, it's a Slavic story.
Hmm.
The Firebird is something very beautiful, but it also like if you take a feather from it, um, you can also get cursed. Like it's so it's like a combination. So if you look into that fable or mythological story, then it is about greed and that. And we also thought it was fun to have, since we did Phoenix on the first, it would be fun to have another mythological that pretty much is very, I would say they're cousins, to write about it. And it also fits the climate of the world right now too, with the greed and stuff. So
Oh
yeah.
yeah, we have a lot of that.
Yeah.
Um, on March 13th, you have a release party in Nalen Club. I hope I
Yep.
pronounced correctly. So
Mhm.
what is planned for the occasion?
We're doing the entire album, but we're mixing it up with some songs from Phoenix as well.
Mhm.
And we're rehearsing it as, at the moment and trying to put it together in a cool way. And we're working on this like nice breakdown thing, a medley of a few of the slower songs. So it's going to be, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun and a hopefully very dynamic set.
So is
So
this the set list version that you are planning to use in the tour that's coming up?
yeah, definitely. We
So
might, I don't know, because it also depends where we timed it. It can potentially be a very long set, so we might cut some songs from it when we go on tour, but we'll see.
and if you were to cut songs, will it be from the first or the new album?
Uh, Probably from the first, but then also what the reason why we want to do the entire album, besides it being really cool that we can't play all our songs, is that we want to try and see what songs feel good live. So we can see how the audience takes to the songs and what the vibe is, because that was something we noticed on Phoenix when we did play all the songs, that for example the song Domino, that wasn't even a single, has done so well live. People, you like, especially me that is in the front, like I really noticed how people change and get excited. So we need to we need to test it out on the audience.
Well, it's live music, right? So it's
Yeah,
also the visual, how you guys take that energy of the music and put it on the stage, your performance and all that. So it's not
yeah.
like a single-sided experience when you listen to the album.
No, no, of course, of course.
And then the million-dollar question. Do you think the Gems will cross the Atlantic soon, coming to play in America, North US, to be specific?
I mean, do you want an honest answer?
Come on. Yes, of course.
No, I'm just kidding. Like,
No, no.
obviously, we would love to go. We would love to go. We had a great time when we did play there in 2022, so we would love to do that again. But honestly, out of a financial standpoint, it's not. We're not there yet as a band. But who knows how well this album goes? If it does take us to the next level, then maybe we'll get an opportunity to go on tour with a bigger band again. You know, like when we toured with Scorpions and stuff. So who you never know what's around the corner, and I'm staying positive, but um, I think that it might take longer. Like I feel almost like it's gonna be Australia and that side of the world is probably gonna be before, but we want to go everywhere. So um, I hope that our fans in America will that they know that we want to go everywhere and we want to go there too. It's just a harder situation now.
Yeah, this is one of the questions that, being from the US, I have to ask. But at the same time, I kind of know the question because how things have become expensive right now. And it's so extremely difficult for bands from Europe to cross the Atlantic. But I appreciate your honesty, of course. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Is there anything else that I forgot to ask and you would like to share before I will let you go?
Mm, Not that I can think of, but I would like for the people listening that to know that we really appreciate all of them. And if they keep streaming us and finding us on whatever platform they listen, that make sure to follow us there so they get the music straight away. And also that also helps us get there quicker.
Yeah.
If we have more followers in America and they can see it on Spotify, that yeah, it helps.
Or buy the vinyl, please. Let's not
Buy the
forget the vinyl.
vinyl. Yes, of course, buy the vinyl. That vinyl or CD or whatever, that always helps the band, of course.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time. Have safe touring, stay healthy,
Thank
and
you.
let's see the gems again here in Chicago.
Yes, we hope.
Have a great rest of your day, Guernica. Thank you
You
again.
too. Bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye.